Hi everyone, my name's Raziel Reed and I'm here at Celebrities Nightclub where Boy George and Mark Vito are taking the DJ decks and kicking off their Canadian tour here in Vancouver. I remember you said once that you came out when you were 15 years old. That's very young. Did you ever feel any shame about your sexuality?
In a strange sort of way, you know, when I was a really young kid, I never thought being gay was wrong.
Is that because you were such a big Bowie fan and he was sort of
I don't think it was because I knew I was gay long before Bowie, you know, he just confirmed it. I was like, oh, that's okay. But I think for me as a kid, I don't know, I wanted to be liked and I knew that being gay made me unpopular. I used to hear kids at school saying, you know, hoof and queer and, you know, so I knew that it wasn't something people liked you to be. So, you know, there was obviously a little bit of kind of fear in that respect, but I kind of always liked being gay and I've always kind of felt like it was my calling, you know. I never wanted to be straight. Not that I think being gay makes me superior, I don't.
But I sort of think it does. I feel like there's
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think it does.
There's so many creative people.
Well, the thing is, you have to remember that we wouldn't be here without straight people. They make it possible. So I think it's really important to kind of honor our creators.
That's true. That's true.
I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man who doesn't know.
What was it like during sort of the tip of the AIDS crisis and during Reaganomics to be sort of out there, a boy wearing makeup? What did that feel like? How?
Well, I mean, I was in a relationship during that whole thing, so I was Mr. Monogamous. So I kind of was one of those people that felt like it didn't really affect me to start with. I have to be really honest. And then, of course, I started to lose friends, and you know, then it started to become a real reality for me.
Every day is like survival. You're my lover, not my ride.
You said earlier that you were in a monogamous relationship in the 80s. Are you talking about your relationship with John Moss?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really curious about this because I read your
He
book.
wasn't monogamous, but I was.
Do you really want to hurt me?
Your relationship with John, was he one of the loves of your life?
Well, you know what? As I've got older, I've kind of reappraised a lot of my loves because I think when I was younger, you know, I thought that obsession was love, and now I think it's more of a sane feeling. I think when you're young, you just think that, you know, if someone fights with you and abuses you, that's love and they care.
Energy, the excitement.
And actually nowadays I have, you know, I wouldn't say that my relationship's only less orthodox, but, you know, I certainly don't, you know, I don't want to fight with people I love. You know, I don't really want to be suspicious of them. And I think, you know, I certainly don't. I look back now and think none of those relationships are really love.
I will fight your anger, every curse on my time.
When you're touring clubs and you're surrounded by a lot of people who are under the influence, is it difficult or challenging at all when you're trying to maintain your sobriety?
No. I mean, I think once you make that decision to be clean and sober, there's nothing that will get in your way. I mean, you almost don't notice it. I think, you know, when you're in it, you notice it and you're always looking for it. You know, you're obsessed by it. And then once you get clean, you know, I mean, I think, you know, it's vibrational. I think you change the vibrations around you.
From Bombay to Bangalore, all the Hindus know the score. If you wanna listen more, Hare Hare Hare.
Is God a part of the new you? I know you were into the heart.
I'm a Buddhist.
Are you Buddhist now?
Yeah, I'm a Buddhist. I always was, I think. You know, and I love Krishna and I love the devotees, and you know, I learned a lot from that. You know, I learned a lot from that experience. I mean, the '90s for me.
That video, that video of the Hare Krishna video is so
well, I
beautiful.
think, you know, for me that song is one of the most, it's a very powerful song. It's very simple, almost a silly song, but singing it live, it just brings so much joy. And you know, I went back to, I used to be an SGI Buddhist, you know, 15, 20 years ago, and I went back to it this year, and I really, really love it, and I've kind of really embraced it. You know, it's the Tina Turner Namyo Renge Kyo. It's good enough for Tina, it's good enough for me.
So nice to meet you. Thank
Nice
you
to
very
meet you
much.
too. Nice to meet you too.